Welcome to Practical Python Programming. In this video, we're going to take a look at a function that will allow you to send email notifications out of your program or script. So the first thing you can do is take a look at the description down below, and you can see all the code for the Python. It starts at the import and ends after something went wrong. I'm going to go ahead and select the whole thing here and copy that. One thing we'll notice is it requires the use of the smtplib. If you're not sure if that's installed or not, if you're using Jupyter Notebook, you can go ahead and type the help function, run that box, and it opens up Python's built-in help capability. So I have the ability in my output here to go ahead and type some information. So let's go ahead and look at the modules that are currently installed. We'd enter, give that a minute, and it'll show us everything's currently installed. So that loaded up nicely. We can kind of scroll through and see that yes, in fact, here's everything that's installed. I have smtplib right there. So I know I'm good to go. Go ahead and in the input box here, we'll type in quit. And we'll go ahead and clear that out and paste in our function. So taking a look at this function real quick, what it does is it imports that library that we just talked about. Then the function name is called sendemail. You can call it whatever you want. Sendemail is a good name for me. This function takes in three parameters: to, subject, and message. To is who we're going to send the email to. Subject will go in the subject line once the user receives that email. And then the message is what we want to include. So here I'll simply say something like hello world in a minute, but you can include data from any other source. If you've been scraping web pages and you find something, you can include data about that. Or if you're pulling data from a sensor, it's very easy to change that as you go. Then I've hard-coded the email I'm going to use, which is my email for this YouTube channel, and I've hard-coded my password. Then we have here our message, which is going to build up all the information, our from, our user, the to, and the subject, as well as the message. Once that is all set up, then we'll go ahead and attempt to connect to the server. So we'll establish our connection point, get the connection started, and then log in using our username and password. Once we are connected successfully, we'll go ahead and send the email with all the associated information here. Last, we'll close out the connection, and if it was successful, we'll display email was sent. Otherwise, we'll say something went wrong. So let's go ahead and try this out. We'll say send email, and we'll go ahead and I'll just send it to myself. So I'll copy that down here. And our subject, which is the second thing we're passing in, we'll just say hello. And then our message, we'll say hello world. Okay, so we have our function set up. We'll go ahead and try to execute it. We'll see that it failed because we didn't call it by its name and something went wrong. What's most likely going to happen for you as well is we're using a less secure connection to try to send this email. We're not logged in via web browser. There's a lot less security. So for the purposes of setting up notification, I would recommend setting up an extra email or throwaway email that you can use. Now, in order to make this work on your throwaway email, what we'll do is we'll go to My Account Settings. So if you don't know how to get there, you can simply Google account, and the top return is Google account. So I'll go ahead and go to my Google account, and we can see information about my account. What we need to do is go to the security section, scroll all the way down, and you should have an option that says less secure app access. By default, it will be turned off. As a matter of fact, it says if you're not using it, it will turn it off. So in order to use this technique or this function, we need to turn that on. With less secure app access turned on, we can go ahead, go back, and try to send our email again. This time we'll see that email was sent. That's pretty awesome. But let's actually verify that. So I'll go to Gmail, and we can see in my inbox we have Hello World right here. Okay, sent 0 minutes ago, so we can see that successfully in our inbox. Now what you can do is go ahead and experiment with your message. Change things in here, change your subject, send to different email addresses, and give it a shot. With this function, you now have the ability to add a notification capability within your existing program, whether that simply be to let you know something's complete, or that you're trying to upload sensor information, or whatever it is. This is hopefully something you can use in your future projects.